Hello.
Hello. Are you good for getting your dice?
Dance? I love it.
It's my Aubrey dance.
It's just like really violently like irregular.
This was still in the break. Ryan and Fiona are just dancing about nothing.
Yep.
Well,
welcome to Dance Stream. Natural
we are
Monday
not.
Dances.
We are not doing Dance Stream.
I think that's our next
Did you
project.
announce more dances?
Yeah, more dances.
We're going to jump straight into this because we've got quite a good thing.
It does. That doesn't make you want to dance. It'll make you want to
So,
you're talking over the opening, guys.
I'm sorry. I was just explaining how weed works to Sam.
It's not necessary. Right now, this is D&D time. Come now. So,
many jokes.
Last time, you as a party had ventured to Mount Arnan, escorting the Lady Riverwall, Connie and her strange assistant, searching for a lost artifact. How did you forget that?
We've been very busy
You have been very busy for a long period of time. That's fine.
There's been drinking. I haven't.
Known only as something that you would know when you saw it. You had been transported to the Shadowfell. You managed to make your way out, and you found yourselves very deep underground, where you have met dwarves, Durgar, strange hooded creatures that man boats whilst ablaze. It's all been a very confusing and disorientating period of time for you all.
A couple of days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, you had journeyed to an underground lost temple deep beneath the earth. Rumours had it that the Durgar had stolen some sort of artifact, or more, the dwarves had stolen an artifact from the Durgar, and that it had been returned to this temple. You were under the instruction to remove whatever artifact it was from the area for the agitation the Durgar seemed to be brought under by its presence. It was all, you kind of put two and two together. You're pretty sure that whatever artifact this is in this temple was the same one that Carmian was telling you to go to. After fighting yourselves through gelatinous cubes, through secret passageways, through torrential rapids, aided by your new fiendish escort. Don't talk to him.
Best friend.
Blue. You made your way down the rapids and past horrible tentacle-like creatures with faces and beaks and screams, to an underground lake, a large underground lake that seemed to span for hundreds of feet, where you found on the far shore an entrance to some sort of large temple. Again, the same stone structure, the pillars and the worked stone, the same mosaics and iconography of this long-lost god. Distracted slightly by the Durgar encampment on the beach, in a very D-Day style technique, the party very capably approached and embarked onto the beach. Well, that's the thing. Aubrey dragging someone
died
into the lake.
That was pretty good.
Theren
Cool.
smiting, Blue, a couple of good spells until a very unfortunate critical hit from the psychically gifted Durgar of the party, very crazily mad. Attacking Blue brought Blue down, and there was a moment where, psychically compelled, it looked like Theren would be the one to finish Blue off. But with a very good intelligence saving throw, inspired, I think, from the very same person that he was trying not to kill, you made it.
Did it for friendship.
Yeah.
Power of friendship. The power of friendship is often underappreciated.
Isn't it?
Remember that.
Stop balking.
After a very tough encounter, the party made it
That's
through,
what it's actually
and
called.
you left your boatman in the lake and ventured further into the temple, a long, dark corridor that progressed beyond where you were now. A good skill check meant that you saw a poisoned handle. You knew, probably, that whatever poison had been left on this door was likely to have been left by the same fleeing Durgar party that you saw whilst having a long rest the night before. Blue's bubble keeping you safe, pressed against the outside of the temple itself. They couldn't get out, but you saw fleetingly a face, a Durgar captain of sorts, briefly returning into the depths of this temple. So, poison averted, you opened these large stone doors as they opened outwards into well, this. As the great doors in front of you swing silently forward, impossibly so for doors of their huge size, a large circular room. I can't make words today. I just going to try
circular.
Circular room. There we go. Around 40 foot in radius, or 80 feet in diameter, if you like some persuasion, appears before you. The instant smell of old must hits you. Undisturbed, dry, dusty air. It smells and tastes old, as if the chamber has been sat still for years. A few things catch your eye as you make your way in. Who of the three of you would step into the room, past the threshold?
It'll be Theren first.
Yeah.
Theren? Anyone else would like to join?
I assume we're going to do the triangle formation. So it'll be Theren first and then those two equally behind.
Would you like to go in, or are you waiting in the corridor?
Oh no, I'd go in.
Go in? Blue?
Yep, triangle formation.
Triangle formation. So I'd like you all to make perception checks for me, please.
Are we still in the dark?
No. Ooh. So make a straight perception roll.
I'm glad you remembered.
Very good. I like it helping rules. There's lots for me to remember. It's good.
15.
15?
7.
7.
14.
14.
What do you see beyond Theren?
So 7 for Theren, 14 for Aubrey, and 15 for Blue. Okay. So, before you, 50 feet in diameter and about 100 feet tall, the room forms a great undisturbed circle. Great columns of rock, finely carved in a spiraling pattern you can see working up, beautifully chiseled up each one. Circles entirely up the height of these columns. They circle the room like numbers on a clock. Directly ahead of you is a large metal portcullis, around 10 feet in width and about 15 feet in height, formed of finely crafted metal that twists around in the same spiraling pattern as the columns, almost like a piece of square, like a square-shaped, what would it be, like a prism, but twisted. So the bars of the metal was constantly spiraling, just like these huge columns of marble, spiraling up and up and up. To your left lies an open passageway leading out of the chamber, without a door or barrier. It simply tunnels out of the room and out of sight. The floors and walls are all beautifully worked and prepared stone. But those are the small details that you notice. Standing 25 feet tall in this room are 6 statues, one either side each door of the room, including the door that you enter from at the moment, of finely wrought marble depicting elegant figures. 2 elven-like figures, tall as they are slim, stand with flowing ceremonial robes straight ahead. An ageless, beautiful female figure stands with an open book and a curious expression on her face, but ageless in its complexity. Whilst an equally beautiful male figure, and looking at the two of them, the difference is you start to doubt it after looking at both of them for a little while. There's a genderless feature to both of these figures. They stand there, the male stands carefully holding a large glass jar in his hand, easily 5 feet tall, of what appears to be full of purple sand. The passageway to your left is flanked by 2 squatter figures, with dwarven traits this time, masked. You cannot see anything on their faces, and armoured. One holds a pickaxe with both hands, whilst the other carries over its shoulder a large glass bag, again beautifully shaped to create the effect of weight and movement. You've never seen glass sculpted like this, curved and folded as if it was material. Again, this time filled with bright blue sand. Finally, yeah, but I've just copied. For some reason, the same line is printed like 3 times. It's very bizarre.
So many dwarves.
They appear to be jagged and huge. And so here we go. I've done it. Either side of the passageway that you are entering are 2 larger, broader figures. This time the features almost obscured by the weight and musculature of these figures. They almost appear to be carved from rock itself. Huge, almost formless limbs, large body and face. It appears to be jagged and huge in nature, as if the stone itself had been crafted from it. One stands with its hands to its side, again featureless on its face, a large stone maul resting in one hand. The second one holds an impossibly heavy barrel, again made of glass, this time full of yellow sand. To the right of the room, so we've got the elven figures ahead, dwarven figures to the left, these larger stone-like figures
behind where we come
at
out.
the south entrance that you are at now. And to the right of the room, an immense glass tank, easily 60 feet tall and 20 feet in diameter, standing against the wall. Above it, an open chute made of metal protrudes from the wall about 10 feet above the tube. From the middle of the tank rises a huge metal chain, each link easily a couple of feet in size, massive in scale, rising out from the tank and across two pulley mechanisms on the top. One above the tank and a second about 10 feet to the right of the portcullis, directly in front of you. The chain then drops and disappears into the floor to the right of the portcullis. The chain itself looks incredibly taut, as if pulled at two sides. As you enter, Theren, again in the same broken and barbaric dwarven dialect that you've come to recognize, orders are frantically barked from either side of the door, hidden by two large legs of these stone creatures. Two tired and just weathered looking Durgar in that same familiar chainmail, one hand in a shield, one hand in a sword, appear and barrel towards you, already beginning to increase in size. Unfortunately, you are all surprised by these three. But you do notice from the right a new structure, this time made of a weird combination of flayed metal and wood, a exoskeleton almost, of which a Durgar sits inside, bringing him up about 8 feet in height. But it looks scrap-like in appearance, not particularly well put together. But the thing you notice is that the Durgar inside has almost been locked. You can see leather headband wrapping himself and his head into the skeleton and limbs all tied in. You can see various nails and bits of metal have been worked into all kinds of periods. You can see blood all down and various wounds from this thing as it looks towards you and lumbers forwards. I'd like you all to make a roll initiative.
Can I just ask, where's the portcullis again? Is it near?
The portcullis is directly ahead of you.
So we're in the elf, where the elf statues are?
Yeah, in between the
That's
elves.
what I thought.
Almost stand over it and round it like an arch.
Cool.
And again, there's a passageway to your left of which these dwarven figures stand either side of.
And that's
and the entrance you've come from is spanned by these sort of urban creatures.
For some reason, I imagined the portcullis just to be in the centre of the room, and I was like, well, we can easily get around that, but it makes more sense that they're through the...
When they barked in Dwarven, what did they say?
Fight to the last! Take them out! Do not let them go!
And the one that is strapped into the thing, how willing does it look to be in that situation?
Ooh, make an insight check.
Ooh.
I'll let you have that. That's interesting. Normally I try and, with perception things, I try and keep it in combat if I can, but that's a good question. That's
No, but not a good roll, though.
Inside, it's only a 6.
Angry. Angry would be the best initial response Theren would have. So, Aubrey.
I got a 10.
A 10 from Aubrey.
I know, not quick to react this time.
3.
Ooh.
6, sorry.
Ooh, 6. What did you
10.
remember? What did you
3.
remember? What was the modifier there that changed that? Going from 3 to a 6.
It was a 3. I got a +3 to initiative.
Because of your jack of trades.
Of course. We have bards and Theren.
14.
14.
Hooray.
All right.
Double figures. Straight decks as well.
So this time, instead of having to look at all the books,
Simple.
I have actually on my phone
Oh no!
the creatures, so I can remember what they do. So
The strong
this
ones.
time, the 2 stone guard. Theren, you're at the front. Aubrey, you'd probably be the triangle formation means the 2 of you are in.
Yeah.
They both stand effectively so that if you imagine 2 of you are sort of 5 feet apart with blue behind you, they stand both in front of you. They are 5 feet away from each other, but you are forming almost a square of like 5 feet. As each one attacks both of you, already their form has grown to that familiar 10 feet form. Because they have the formation, they're going to get advantage on attack rolls. So the King's Knife. So on Theren is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
That hits. That is a not that good 10 piercing damage. If the sword clips your armor, you just bring the shield up enough to withstand most of the impact. There's the one by Aubrey. Not so good, 15 to hit.
Oh, does not hit.
No, this time he goes to almost slash down and just you parry it with the axe in an unfamiliar sort of catching it down.
Theren is rubbing off on me, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Theren, you're next up. You can see so you've got one in front of you, one diagonally across that Aubrey's fighting, and then Aubrey directly to your right. You've got blue behind, and this construct coming round this large leg. The leg of this creature itself is like 5 feet in width. You could easily stand straight behind it and be totally hidden as it comes round. What would you like to do?
Okay. First things first. Talking's a free action, isn't it?
Yep. Talking to
Got
the action.
to be
About
quick
6
though.
seconds of talking.
Great. Okay. Then he's going to say in Dwarven, "You don't to the big thing."
Yeah. Yeah.
That's got blood all over it. "You don't want to be here. Help us, and I will get you out of this. I promise."
Make a persuasion check, but with disadvantage.
Oh.
I'll let you have this.
First one's a natural 1, so that's not going to
Is that the
happen.
natural
Yeah,
one?
all right. You shout and there's no reaction. This creature just again, the Dorgar inside just sort of almost like you can see its eyes have rolled back by this point as it moves forward.
Okay, fuck it.
If in doubt.
There's one right in front of me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to look up at that thing and go, "You are savages, and you will all die." And use Hexblade's Curse on it.
Which
The one that's
in your
just
face.
hit me. Yeah.
In your face. Go for it.
Come on.
And now I'm going to hit it.
Perfect. Go for it. Roll the third attack.
That is a 22 on the first one.
Hits.
And a 18 on the second one.
Just hits, yeah.
Ooh.
With Theren, you were just with 2 confident cleaves, you shield bash the shield out the way and cut under, spiraling round as the shield is sort of, reflexly brought down. In the same way, if someone gets stabbed, they immediately hunch over, the sword is slashed straight at the top. You catch it in the shoulder. Roll your damage.
Come on.
That is 13 damage on the first one.
13.
And 14 on the second one.
Okay.
27.
2 just sweeping blade. This thing already looking bloodied and injured is
Nice.
sword. You've managed to impale in the stomach, not as deep as you would like, catching the armor.
No, sorry, +6 to that.
+6. Oh, of course, because of your Hexblade's Curse.
14.
Yeah.
So 33.
You can see the shadows from Bearclaw that wrap around the room. And again, this a formless light in this room. The entire room is softly lit, but seamlessly from nowhere. Just a general light in this room as the shadows congregate on this creature, digging into the wounds and almost seeming like pulling the blood out of the wounds as you slash and slash. That's your action, your bonus action. You want to stay put?
Yeah, it's holding ground.
Fantastic. Aubrey, you've got one by Theren and then one directly in front of you and this creature coming around the side.
Cool. I do what Aubrey does, rage out. So
The lightning crackles out.
yeah. Can the creature in front of me make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes, it can. That is 6.
It takes 2 lightning damage.
2 lightning damage, okay?
Nice.
The lightning begins to crackle around its armor. You can see it arcing between the chains.
Cool. And then I'm
It's
just
like
gonna do
nail.
Does that scale?
Eventually. We've had this talk.
One day.
We're in the process of fixing it, but it takes a little bit.
But I am going to just do 2 reckless attacks.
On the one in front of you?
Yeah, on the one in front of me.
Yeah, roll it.
And the first one is 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And then the second attack is it's a 21 to hit.
Hits. Both hit. Roll your damage.
I will. So the first attack.
God, you guys are getting good with double attacks.
Is good. 19. 11 slashing damage on the first one.
11 slashing damage.
And the second one. That is. Sorry, that's an 8 slashing damage on the second one.
Slashing damage. Okay. This time you don't quite get the accuracy of Theren. It catches the shield and then the guard with the sword each time, but you just smash straight through it. Bam! Bam! You don't get any massive hits, a couple of chips in the armour, but the energy of this creature already sapped just under the bludgeoning effort of it trying to block your hits. Yeah. That's your action.
That's bonus action.
Same
I want to put myself between me and Blue, basically.
Oh. Right, yeah, you're still in front.
Yeah,
that's
still
fine.
in front.
Blue,
Yeah.
you're next up. So you can see these 2 creatures almost held by the shields and the axes of your comrades. You've got this creature coming around the side about 10 feet to the right of you, just out of reach.
Bonus action, inspire Aubrey, go, everybody was rage up fighting!
Ha!
She shoots out weak ass lightning!
I feel personally attacked!
Inspiring.
No!
Not inaccurate though, is it?
No, and then...
I attack Theren on my next move! No.
Someone weak ass lightning.
And then as an action, I will cast Heat Metal at 2nd level on creepy construct nails in his skull, dude.
Alright.
Yes!
Fine, there's enough metal in the construct. You can see the creature itself is sort of bound in like cloth and leather, and there are nails all over him, so you can you can easily keep that.
Love it.
So
okay, so damage.
Are you hitting the construct? Or are you hitting the creature?
The bloke inside, or the creature inside.
Okay, fine, go for it.
Come on, Sam, do it.
So that's a measly 3 damage.
3 damage. Can you roll an extra 2d10 for me?
Whoa!
Okay.
Yep. You want?
Yep.
Thank you.
Go on. Better.
14. Okay. You watch as Blue heats up the metal on the creature inside, not going for the construct, but for the Durgar controlling the creature, and there is immediate wince and pain as this undefended dwarven figure can't fight back against the damage. It can't even move itself away, and it takes more damage than it should, but its screams almost immediately become piercing in your ears as its sound echoes through the construct, and you can see the shards of the metal warped around it almost focus like a horn or like a siren. The sound becomes thunderous as it blasts out and hits the 3 of you in a 15-foot cube. Yeah, I would easily get the 3 of you. So I'd like you all to make strength saving for this, please.
You saw me do that.
Totally did.
What was it?
It can't hit with its drill. You can see there's a drill in one hand. It's not close enough, but it can use the sonic scream. So strength saving throw from all 3 of you.
The screamer. Oh.
12.
22.
Sorry, what were we doing?
Strength
saving throw.
Okay.
Come on, Aubrey.
Oh, but it's advantage, right?
Yeah,
Thank God. That was the worst. That is it's only an
11.
Yes, it is 11. Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
Just passed. DC 11, and 3 of you just you get forced back slightly by the sheer it's like standing in front of a huge bass emitting speaker. It rumbles through you as it threatens to take your legs from out of you and knock you over, but you hold strong. And it doesn't do any damage on a success, so there we go. So that's your action, your bonus action.
Part of heat metal, if a creature is holding or wearing the object takes damage from it, the creature must succeed on a constitution saving throw or drop the object. If it can, I presume it can't drop it. So if it doesn't drop the object here, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn.
Perfect. Well, there we go. So it has disadvantage.
And
Good
then
to know.
movement to go back.
Yes.
So that there's a bit of wall between me and Shrieker Dude.
Okay.
So I'm
Perfect.
like hiding behind.
Great. Wonderful. The Shrieker did. Just writhing in pain. You can see this red hot metal all out of there. It just shrieking runs straight after you, Blair. Just in an action of anger. As this creature just sort of dragging itself forwards very clumsily. How far did you say you were actually? Did you go all 30 feet down?
No, I wouldn't have gone that far. So
You
let's
would-
say I was 15 feet away.
15. Well, it can just
Yeah.
reach you then because it's got a movement of
Going
20.
past
That's
One
Yeah.
after
fast.
past our.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it can just about skirt around and get into the door because the way blue was behind you, it can just about get around.
Okay.
So with disadvantage, it's going to multi-attack you. So it's drill. You can see as if it was like used to burrow into drill into rock. You can see this horrible metal drill come switching at you, but you can see the creature is barely in control of this machine. So with disadvantage, it's a natural 20 and that is a 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Managed to just get out of the way and it whizzes out the top of you. But again, it just screams and a second of thunderous energy hits you. Strength saving throw.
Come on, Sam.
That's another 22.
22. Again, you just grit your teeth and like your ears are ringing at this point. You're like, but you manage to hold them, and you are fine. Okay.
Third attack?
No.
Oh, sweet.
And you didn't take any damage,
And
so you don't
minus
lose
one.
concentration on your heat metal spell.
No.
Fuck.
Perfect round. For
Wow.
Nice.
them. So
Good luck, guys.
Yay!
Yay.
you can see there is a shout from the right of you as again that horrible invisibility passing. Another Durgar to the right of you, but this one, where the other three look either pained or grubby in some way, this Durgar looks immaculately groomed. The beard plaited and an amazing sort of 8 plait cross coming in the most amazing elaborate way. You can see groomed, beautiful level sort of studied leather armor, not dressed like the others, much more flexibly dressed, sort of cape behind him, but you can see already in his hand a wand, these gesturing power from as he looks at you, spies the opportunity where the two Durgar at the front, you've got Theren and Aubrey, and then the others have disappeared into the corridor. So in a line, 5-foot line behind the Durgar hitting you, I'd like you both to make dexterity saving throws as there is a chant and a crackle in the air. Aubrey, you recognise it immediately.
Oh no!
As electrical energy, almost from your aura, is pulled towards the creature and a lightning bolt shoots out.
That's impressive, by the way. Natural 20.
Natural
on that
20.
one.
Very good.
That's an 8.
8, you fail, but
But
you
I'm
have
immune
resistance
to
to lightning.
lightning damage, which we never thought would come up.
14, 18. So halved, you both take 18 lightning damage as this bolt of energy crackles in front of you. That's on a save. That's very good. Well, not for you, but
Yeah, no.
crackles and hits both of you. You feel your muscles tighten and wince against it as he backs away, now about 35, 40 feet away from you. Just sort of in Dwarven again. Theren, you notice it. Stand your ground! Keep them out as best you can! Back to the top. Theren.
Jeez.
Okay, first thing he's going to do is call back to his allies. They're trying to hold us back. Just keep going. And
What would Theren do?
he's just going to hit the guy in front of him again.
Do it. Make an attack.
Come on. That will do it.
Yeah, first one is over an 18.
Hits.
Nice. Come on.
Second one. Yeah, that's not going to do it. 11.
Well, roll your damage on the first attack first. 11 on the second attack.
Right.
We'll keep that, but roll your damage.
Come on.
That is 12.
12 kills him. Right, so
Yeah.
the first one, you just stab down. There's a grunt as your sword slips straight through the armor like butter. You get that friction point, and Bearclaw makes short work of it. You feel the healing energy wrap back into you. The shadows form and coalesce around you as you, the Hexblade's curse gives you that life. As you bring it down, I'm assuming you're attacking the said one next to Aubrey. At this point, it's probably what you would have done with the second attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just clenches off the shield. It just manages to bring up. But you got a kill, so that's your action.
Yeah. I'm in melee range of this one, obviously.
Yes,
Right. Okay.
yes. But you've got heavy armor. I mean, take
The
the chance if you
caster.
want.
The caster. How far away?
It's about from you because you're the other side of Aubrey, about 40 feet away from you at this
40?
point. Yeah.
Get him.
All right.
He's sort of round the circle as far away as you can get.
Then
With circles, he'd probably be about 35 feet away from you because there's
Go for him.
Then I'll take the attack of opportunity and I'm just going to run at him.
Go for him.
Okay, so you can get within about 10 feet of him.
That's
From
fine.
where you are.
Yep.
Perfect.
As long as I'm there
The
next
other
to
one
him.
will get an attack opportunity, but
It's
he
fine.
doesn't have it with advantage because he's no longer got a friend. But that's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
He gets it somehow. Rambo
guys
here.
are badass.
9,
He's big, though. That's it.
13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As this one just slashes into the back of your legs as you move past. You wince as you grit your teeth and power forward.
Okay.
You can get within 10 feet of this
You doing
creature.
alright?
Not really, but
Good.
it'll be all right.
Cool.
Aubrey.
It's me. Right.
I'm assuming you don't want to do anything bonus action? Okay.
Okay. Storm's Aura, straight up. Dexterity saving throw 14 for you.
For the injured one?
Yeah, the one that's attacking me.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
Cool.
Nope.
5 lightning damage.
5 lightning damage. Again, the lightning just racking this creature. He's like grunting against it.
Cool. And
Still
then
standing firm.
right. Reckless attack. For
Firm and
attacks.
big.
The first one is that's good. That is a 23 to hit on the first one.
Roll for damage.
I will roll for damage first. Good. That is 14 slashing damage.
14. With just a single sweep, you just carve into this creature. The axe dropping under the guard and 7-8 inches straight into the flank of this dwarf. There's a grunt as it drops to the floor dead.
Excellent. And then I want to turn around and hit the construct.
The construct
Yeah.
go back into the thing. Yeah, you easily
Yeah.
make up the ground and smack
Yeah,
into
go for
that.
the construct.
Are you hitting the construct or do you
I'm
want to
gonna
hit
hit
the creature?
I'm going to hit the
inside?
construct because I don't think I could reach the creature. I
Yeah.
assume it's quite high up.
Go.
So.
Well, no, you could get to it. It's within target range. It depends if you want to go through the frame around it or the creature inside.
Fine, I'll go for the creature inside.
Yeah.
I've seen blue attack it, so
Go
that
for
makes
attack.
sense. Yeah, so reckless attack on that. That's not good at all. That is a +8. That is a 14 to hit.
Doesn't hurt.
No.
No, unfortunately, you go for the creature inside, but the metal catches the
Feeling
blow
quite-
and crashes all the way down. So
Yeah.
we've already said that it's
Yeah, it's fine. It's done. It's done. I've done.
So yeah, unfortunately you missed, but you're now. In
I'm
close
helmet
combat with
blue
this
out.
creature.
That's what I want to do.
Perfect.
Theren's okay.
Action, bonus action.
That's all I'm doing.
Blue.
So Aubrey's now right in front
I'm behind
of
it.
the shooting. Oh, you're behind it.
I presume I can make.
So it's you,
Ah,
creature,
good.
Aubrey.
Okay, right. So what I'm going to try and do
Yeah.
is use my 2 melee attacks on, like, does it have legs?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try and semi-cripple, if possible, one of its legs, and then skirt round and heat metal when I'm behind it.
Oh, I see.
So it's screaming out forwards.
Okay, roll your attacks first.
Okay.
Oh, come on, Sam. Get rid of the legs.
Convoluted. It's convoluted.
No, I like it. I like it.
Could work.
That is 16.
16 hits.
Nice.
Second
Come on.
one.
Come on.
Should I?
Yeah, do it.
Oh, that
Over
is
16.
23.
Hits.
So
Roll the damage.
first
God's
one is 11.
11 points of damage. Yeah.
Second one
As you
is
carve into this construct.
second one is 6.
6. There's a moment where you think the leg is going to buckle and fall entirely, but it just manages to shift itself. And you've done a huge amount of damage to this construct. It's falling apart now, but it just holds itself up as you try and skirt round. With that level of damage, make me an acrobatics check.
Oh, come on, Sam.
Ooh, no. 9.
No, you just about, you get round, you're easily able to move around, so you're now facing the other way. But unfortunately, you do it so slowly that it has the time to turn around and follow you. Unfortunately,
Oh, I
so
hadn't
it's now
thought this
facing
far ahead.
between you and Blow.
Okay.
You and Aubrey.
In which case,
Do it.
I will turn to Theren and go, rout, kill it all out. These are some things Theren so devout. Come on.
Thank you.
Very nice. I love the 80s theme here. This is great.
I'm enjoying it quite a lot.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it way too much. So, is that your end of your go?
Yep.
Perfect. The construct's turn.
Oh, good.
Now facing the two of you, it would have had time to move in its turn anyway.
Yeah, it was a
It's
nice
good
idea. It was a really nice
Had you
idea.
Metals, it would have
Screamed.
at you, so that's fine. Oh, actually, it probably would have killed it, but never mind.
Don't tell me that.
Too late.
It would have got the scream anyway, so that's fine. It turns no longer at disadvantage because you didn't use heat metal last turn. It is going to attack Aubrey as the person with easier to hit because she's got.
It's got advantage.
It's got advantage against you. So the drill comes in towards you. That's a 22 to hit. Hits. Oh, I got to use a D12. Look at that. Where's my D12? There we go. Ooh, that's a 12 piercing damage. Half to 6.
Good. I was
drill. You managed to almost catch the spinning drill and push it away from you. Your hands and chest slightly bloody, but like angry. As again, the pain of this creature winces and the sonic blast hits the two of you again. Strength saving throws. Hasn't hit anyone yet, so
Good.
you know.
I've got it, but I've got advantage on strength savings. You should have used it on yourself, my friend.
I can't.
I know you can't. Yeah, I'll pass that. That's 24.
24.
8.
Unfortunately, Blue, this time, just dazed and confused by the combat, it catches you off guard as you nip round. It takes your legs from under you, and there's a moment where you just feel your whole body just as the sound hits you. You fall prone next to the creature, and you take 8 thunder damage as this scream hits you.
Get concentration.
Keep it.
You keep concentration. Very good. But that's its turn. Theren, the dwarf, watching you approach it at speed, it sort of, as a moment it sees its dead allies on the ground, it can see everything happening and this isn't the end, bastard, and disappears again. You can see the invisibility and cloak it, and it is going to do something. Back to the top, Theren. Hang on. What would you like to do?
It's just vanished.
It's just vanished.
I'm assuming trying to perceive it would be an action.
Yeah, your passive perception, you have no idea where it's gone.
Okay, as a bonus action, can I try and perceive at disadvantage?
Yeah, perception with disadvantage.
Okay,
Keep
that's
going.
one.
You never know. Yeah, you didn't know.
Yeah,
No.
9.
It's less than your passive perception, so no,
Yeah.
unfortunately not.
Sorry, man.
This creature is gone. In the heat of the combat, your attention is briefly brought back to the scream as you see Blue hit the floor in the corridor behind, and you wrestle back and it's gone. You've lost track.
Fuck it. Turn around. I can see the construct.
Yeah, if you move like 20 feet into the center of the room, you've got range.
Okay, I'm gonna move into range and Eldritch Blast it.
Okay,
Blast
targeting
it.
the creature or the construct?
Hang on, can I reach melee range or is that too far away?
It's too far
Okay,
away because you moved to get to this spellcaster.
Then I will hit. I'll aim for the creature.
Okay,
Do it.
go for it.
Okay. That's a 12.
12. No, doesn't hit.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with the Eldritch Blast, the first beam of energy just scouts back, hits onto the armor, and deflects onto the wall. That purple-green energy illuminating the corridor briefly. Second hit.
Oh, that is
You didn't think I was going to hit
23.
That one hits. So, with your damage roll, add another 2d10 onto it.
Whoa.
Could I have a D10, please? And another D10, please.
Yeah. No.
Whoa, the Eldritch
Thank you.
Blast from her. This is what casting Eldritch Blast at a high level feels like.
Ooh.
So that is 11, 18 damage.
Nice. The blast pierces into the Durgar, unarmoured and unprotected. The beam of energy severs into its torso, and with a scattering prism-like effect, the light, like a shotgun blast, rainbow colours behind it. Just as it blasts through it, there's a moment as it screams going backwards. I'd like the two of you to make strength saving throws.
Ooh.
Blue, disadvantage because you are unable really to resist it as it picks you up and starts rolling you away.
Just roll in the thing.
I love how angry you are about the whole thing.
13.
13?
As an advantage, yeah.
Over 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both pass.
Hey!
Yeah, this thing, too low DC. It just, it just, it almost disintegrates itself as a construct.
Wow.
As it severs to the floor. Theren, there's a moment where you just sort of pull the energy back into yourself, smirk. And,
Gross.
Aubrey.
Oh, it's me. Cool. I'll go into the room. Can I see anyone else? I'm just literally looking for anyone.
No, you can't see anyone.
Okay. Great.
Not with your passive perception.
Then that's it. I don't do anything else then.
No, you can use your action to take a perception check.
That's what I meant to say.
Right, roll a perception check.
No, natural one.
That's wrong. You don't say anything.
No, don't say anything.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Blue?
Would I have known about the other one?
Probably not. I mean, you would have seen the lightning bolt. That was fairly evident. It was a large of lightning streak across the room. So you would know about that, but...
I see Theren looking sketchy.
Yes.
And rush over and at second level cast Cure Wounds.
Oh,
that's
level
pretty
sevens.
good. So there's 19.
Whoa!
19. That familiar Philip giving energy.
Back of the head.
Flips into you.
He's now just fine with getting filliped.
Just takes it.
It's like when you train something to positive association, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, ring a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
know what it's called now. But
But
yeah.
you see Philip, you
Pavlov.
get joy.
Pavlov, yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Pavlov.
So. Okay. None of you three hear anything else.
We got them all!
Describe what you want to do.
There's
Because
one more
otherwise
in
we're
here.
going to drop out of initiative.
I can't attack anything else.
Um,
my rage
Okay,
goes.
I would like to hold an action. Eldritch Blast if it appears at range. Attack it if it's within melee range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
You kind of have to do one thing or the
Yeah,
other with
oh.
held action. Because with Eldritch Blast, you
Okay.
cast a spell.
then I'm going to assume that it would go ranged, so Eldritch
Yep.
Blast.
Okay, it's holding an action, Eldritch Blast. Do you want to... You don't see it with your passive perception.
Then holding an action is an action, isn't it? So I will bonus action, disadvantage, perception. First one's a 20. 18.
You don't see anything. Unfortunately not. This thing got very high.
So Theren is going to say, there's one more in here, I can't see it, but it's somewhere.
Okay.
What? I can't hear!
You spend...
Yeah, my rage will go.
More!
You spend around 2 rounds, 3 rounds, but nothing appears. There is peace and quiet descending upon the chamber. So we're out of initiative.
Phew, good.
What would you like to do? You get the impression that whatever this creature was, this Durgar, spellcaster, saw the fight was over and has retreated.
Yeah.
But where, you are not sure.
Can I have a look at the contraption thingamajig?
Yes, you can. So, as you go and see it, you can see the Durgar is different to the others. Now that you're close to it, just a face of agony upon this creature. You can see, unlike all of the other Durgar you've seen, the beard of this creature has been completely shaved. It is bald and hairless. It is clearly entrapped in whatever mechanism this thing is. It is stuck there. And from what you can tell, the way the construct is difficult now that it's broken, but it seems like it could channel sonic energy in front of it, like a drilling mechanism in one hand, but perhaps using it to tunnel or bore into rock, using sonic as well as physical drilling. It doesn't, now that you're up close and looking at it, doesn't look particularly like a war machine per se, more like a very fierce looking mining piece of apparatus which has been used.
Customized.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't suppose I could try and memorize the look of it so I can silent image it to someone with more brains later.
Yeah, you could.
Staring
Yeah,
at it on
make
the
an
ground.
arcana check.
I saw, can you make one of these?
Make an
kind of
arcana
thing.
check.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Because I don't know how this works.
You do a job. No, you do a job. I was seeing if you got any advantages to like good memory, but no, you still cast the spell as you wanted to cast.
Okay, I'll think.
I'm not going to like say a silent image is part of the magic, is that it looks quite realistic, so that's fine.
But still, there's memorising something that
it's
I was going to say you got advantage on checks and stuff like that,
yeah.
but no, unfortunately not.
It's good to know. Yep, worth a shot.
Theren wipes the blood from Bearclaw on one of the two that Aubrey and he were fighting. Walks over to the one that's in the construct.
Yeah.
Sheaths Bearclaw, kneels, lays a hand on him, and just reads him last rites peacefully. Because it's clear he wasn't there by choice.
Yeah. You spend a minute, and
I think he suffered quite a bit.
I did not want him to die, but we were given no other option.
You're right, Aubrey.
Yeah, sorry, I was thinking. Anyway, amazing for me, for once.
Darren's going to spend a minute doing that. David's going to... Sorry.
We'll take a break. We'll take a break. It's a good place to take a break. Get back to your seat. And we'll come back in a sec.
Bye.
Hello.
Ryan.
This state of shock.
Ryan, I think you're a lovely DM.
Thank you.
I think you're at least mediocre. It's okay.
Ryan,
All right,
Ryan.
I'll take that. I'm sorry, I'm not Matt Mercer.
Just to
All
pull,
right.
Ryan, just to play the card. Speaking as a writer,
Yep.
your descriptions have took me there.
Thank you.
They have actually.
Thank you. I do my best.
That is
I do
true.
my best.
It's gripped. Is
You know
what
what I put
I
at
am.
the top of every single one? Sound, sight, smell, taste, feel.
Oh, I like that.
Let's just
Yeah.
do what it looks like.
I like that.
I just put
Thank
stop
you.
drinking so much on my screen.
I put
well
drink
needed.
more on that.
Yeah.
That's what I needed.
You are better at tactics when you're slightly pissed.
I definitely got a sense of musk when we entered this place, so
Thank
I
you.
got that. I wrote that down.
Sorry.
at my house.
Disturbed a little bit. The dust that has now billowed into the air around you with the various impacts, that still metally, statically taste of not only Aubrey's lightning, but then the big, more concentrated lightning bolt that passed through. You can almost feel the heat in the air. Very still air, the air not displaced really at all from where it was. But the three of you are stood in this large circular chamber.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Whatever this needs us to do, I don't even know where to begin, but attempting it would be doing it blind.
Well, let's see what our options are. So we've got the two, and I point to. We've got elves, got dwarves, and do I recognise the creatures behind us?
Make an Arcana or Nature check. You can all make it now that you're looking at it.
Arcana for me.
Arcana or nature. Ooh, equally bad. 12.
14.
16.
16. With the 16, you would recognise an elemental aspect to these creatures. It seems to be like a creature made purely from stone. The physiology, the limbs, musculature, the face, the neck, everything about it seems to be made solidly of stone. It's not like stone has been used to form into some creature with flesh and blood. Its stone has been made to look like stone, quite deliberately. These creatures are large. They almost are like sort of ogre in stature, broad-chested and featureless, but very strong.
And the dwarves and the elves, are they the same height as this thing, or is it like dwarves smaller?
No, these elementals tower probably close to 30 feet. The elves themselves much more slender, and still standing 25 feet. The dwarves barely reaching sort of 20 feet at this point, but much squatter. Again, not that unearthly size that the elementals have, but still much squatter and much stronger for their smaller frames.
Cool. And elementals.
Right. So there is a key here,
There is.
but it's going to take a better person than I to figure it out.
Well, there's that other room. Maybe, like in the mansion, we'll find...
My thoughts exactly.
Okay.
Well, I would assume our friend might have gone the same way. That seems to be the only exit, unless they got past us, which I don't think they did.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah. So you need to be careful in case it's a surprise attack.
Are there any pebbles on the floor or small rocks?
Make an investigation check.
Just throw one into the dark.
There's none. It's all mosaic. Oh.
22.
22. No. The place is clean, immaculately kept. Now that you look at it, nothing is out of place. It seems to be a room of polished, beautiful stone. Only the recent signs of your combat seem to have interrupted that in any way. You can see where the dust on the floor has been picked up and moved where you've been walking, but otherwise, no.
Did one of you hit him?
No.
No.
Alright, I've had enough fucking surprises in this place. Reach into my coin purse, take out a copper piece.
Yeah.
Any objections?
What are you
What are
doing?
you doing?
I'm going to throw this down that tunnel
Right.
and make sure it doesn't get absorbed by some weird jelly monster
Oh,
or hits any invisible magic trap that we can't see.
Okay.
Clever.
You're wasting a copper, but sure.
It's our copper. Objections?
Knock a copper off the sheet.
Certainly no pebbles around.
I'm making you mark it off. You never know what
I was completely willing to mark it
From
off.
my from my trader background, I feel hurt.
You feel hurt. You do feel hurt. Yeah. Wasted money.
Wasted
You
money.
can pick it up later.
Which one are you throwing it down?
The first one you described when we came in.
The portcullis.
That's no. There was another one.
The
left.
dwarf one.
Yeah,
The dwarf
yeah.
one.
Okay, the long passageway that
That's the
goes
one,
down. Now that
which is
you sort of
open.
you're looking into it, you can see it goes about 10 feet in and hits stairs that seem to turn 90 degrees and start to look up and around the chamber. You throw the coin in, crashes into the back.
At an
the
angle
wall.
that should hopefully try and bounce it up a
Bullshit.
little bit. No, as in like.
You manage to do and it chunks onto the stairs just out of sight, but then rolls back down, hits the floor, doesn't seem to have done anything.
Right, so no jelly.
No jelly.
Sorry. So the elementals behind us, one has a hammer,
Yes, a big, large stone maul.
and then the dwarves, one of them has a pickaxe.
Mm-hmm.
But the elves, only one of them has a book.
Yes.
Cool.
The other three each seem to be holding some sort of glass container filled with sand.
Yeah, so elemental has a
Pick your
barrel.
copper back up, mark it back down.
Thanks.
You never marked it off, did you?
No, I did.
You did.
Yeah, because you can see there is a 5, and then I've just hastily drawn a 6 over it.
So
Barrel
the elves had a book and a jar of purple sand.
Yep, a glass jar of pebble sand.
Dwarves had pickaxe and a large bag of
A glass
blue
bag of
sand.
blue sand, and then a barrel of yellow sand with
Yep.
one of the other elementals.
purple, blue, yellow.
Which side is the one with that has the coloured sand on? Is it always like the ones on the left or ones on the right, or does it change between the two?
It's always on the right.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, I almost got that all right. That's fine.
Very good.
Thank you. Cool. I'm sure that doesn't make any difference, but
Do you think we have to mix them up and put it in that big jar?
I keep doing this. I keep put my hands down here. The cameras can't see that. I've got to go ahead.
you just stare at the camera. Wow.
I'm guessing
What
down
is
is
that?
going to be interesting.
Getting what, sorry? The glass? Well, we could just break it.
I'm thinking, and I'm not very good at puzzles or using intelligence.
Or thinking.
A blue
thinking.
Alright, blue idea. Let's go.
You know, the big jar, and I do feel there should be another person here to tell me if I'm completely off beam on this and have misread the whole situation.
The glass tank that's over
Yeah,
there.
we got to fill that up in such a way it maybe pulls down on that chain.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you'd think, oh, just put any old weight on it would work. But I'm thinking, why are there jars of sand if we don't need to use them in some degree?
And why are they different colours?
Is there anything in the glass tank already in terms of sand or anything? Or is it just empty?
Are you going up and having a look?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Cool.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at the jar.
You can all make perception checks if you want. I'm not.
7.
There's no stress here. You can all make a roll. Absolutely.
12.
7.
7, 12.
I get lost in my own reflection.
You do. You see a beautiful dragonborn. You haven't seen your reflection properly in some time, actually.
Out of curiosity, does it look like a gnome to you?
That's too deep for now. That's another puzzle in itself.
I'm probably about 50% there. I look like a gnome with a skin condition, or do I?
So what did you get?
It identifies
7,
things.
sorry.
7 and Theren?
12.
12.
But not
Theren, you're probably the one
me.
that notices this. The tank itself is large and seems to drop just a couple of inches below the ground level. But just sort of looking in, it's the bottom of this tank where there's a huge chain that's been attached to the bottom of this tank. It seems to be about 3 inches lower than the ground around you. But that's all you can really tell. But look at the size of this tank, stretching 40 feet above you. It's the biggest glass structure you've ever come across.
Yeah. You said before that the glass jar, I'm sure you said about the others, is about 5 feet. It's quite big.
20 by 60.
But that's the statues. Right?
So the tank itself, sorry, is about 60 feet tall, I should say, but it's about 20 feet in diameter.
But the glass, the glass jar, the glass
Oh,
bag,
much smaller.
much
Yeah,
smaller.
the biggest one is about 5 feet.
It's not in.
Nowhere near enough. No,
Yeah.
the sand in these things are nowhere near enough to fill this container.
Unless they're really ridiculous heavy sand, depending on the colour. I don't know.
Maybe when you mix it, it gets heavier.
Oh, I've heard of something called chemistry or alchemy. There you go. That's the fantasy word for it. Sorry.
There is more here. We're trying to look at a puzzle without knowing all the pieces.
No, I know.
It's
This
true.
is Throne's Mark II. I understand.
It's
Yeah.
good to know what the puzzle
It's
is.
good to know
before
where we stand.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So I have an understanding of it, but I think the more time we spend here, the more we're going to drive ourselves to thinking about things and breaking things perhaps unnecessarily that we might need
Why do you
later.
look at me when you say that? He just knocked on the glass tank.
Knocked. He didn't break anything.
Just rings. It's very thick glass. When you knock on it, it's like knocking on stone. It's really thick.
And you said, sorry, you did say this earlier, but the funnel is like 10 feet out to the top of it.
Yes, so there's a chute directly above it, made of metal, about 10 feet wide and about 5 feet tall, and about 10 feet above where the top of this container is, but seems to disappear into the darkness above.
I lean into
It's too
Aubrey.
dark, okay.
Imagine if it was filled with booze.
Okay. And I'm guessing it's too dark to see if there's any like contraption in the like sort of the
Make a perception check.
canopy. Oh, that's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. No, it just appears to be a chute, but you can see that there is a passage that goes into the wall and out.
Okay.
There is space going that way,
Okay. Interesting.
but it's about 70 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. I guess our only option is to go up those stairs.
Yeah. No jelly.
Before we do, I wanted to talk to you about the last fight, not the one with the construct, the one at the camp.
Yeah, that didn't go well, did it? Sorry about
I
that,
was
No.
there
guys.
half of it, so
I
think it went really well. I did my thing.
You did.
I did really good.
That thing tried to get in my head, but I want you to know I would never hurt you.
Yeah, I knew that.
Good.
Yeah. No. Well, that guy was creepy.
Yes.
Also, just a DM point, Blue wouldn't really know anything about what happened.
No, I was
Being
face
unconscious
down
at
on
the
the
time.
ground.
You were unconscious and it told me to kill you.
Ooh.
And it was incredibly hard to resist, but not because it was a thing I wanted, because it had the power to do that.
Yeah, no.
This has been bothering me and I just wanted you to know I would never harm you.
No, you're forgiven for... No, you don't need to be forgiven. Thank you for staying strong. Now, what he was doing to you guys? Or was it just you who tried this on?
I don't know if you tried on Aubrey.
Okay.
I'm just angry all
Any
the time.
Okay.
bizarre voices in your head,
No.
strange compulsions beyond the usual, kill
What are you
things,
talking about?
lightning, rage, burn. No? Right, okay. Nope, just me.
Was it like he was trying to, like, charm you? Or was it just like a controlling thing? Because I've been working on something.
Was it more like the former or the latter?
It wasn't a charm. No, you didn't feel like a sort of gentle compulsion. It was like your body had been just disconnected. Your mind had been disconnected from your body, and you woke up and found yourself in the position and had to fight it.
Do you remember?
It was very much a control.
Do you remember those things with the masks?
Yeah.
Well done,
It
Fiona.
wasn't
Well done.
like that.
It's okay.
They
Wasn't that
could
close,
just-
It's fine.
They made whatever they were saying seem like a very good idea.
Right.
Whereas with this, it was...
Puppet on a string.
I didn't see what I was doing until after it was done.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll work on that too.
Right. Anyway,
Should we head on, Aubrey?
yes, I'm...
After you, Blue.
Okay, I'll go first.
No, I will go...
I turn to you and I say, you touch one scale on his head and look at the end of you. And I follow Blue.
Let's do that. I grab Aubrey's arm. Do not for a second think that I would do
Not in front of
anything
him.
consciously.
You guys okay?
Yeah,
No.
fine.
It is fun.
I head up the stairs.
So you're going up the stairs, not towards the portcullis, but towards the stairs.
I'm
Yeah.
going up there.
Okay. Fantastic. So
Crap, the clue was the other side of the podcast.
you make
Get
your
up
way up the stairs. They seem to quickly spin up and around the room. And eventually, it takes a couple of minutes, but you rise about 100 feet or so up these stairs.
Keep going.
And you enter a second chamber.
I'm assuming by this point, Theren, no.
Yeah, we've moved
past. You're right. Breathe.
Fair power.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
Actually, the two of you probably would. I mean, you're strong,
I'm
but
strong.
you're wearing metal armor now. This is a new sensation of having to get
hate
used to
it.
it. Yeah, just
I
clumping.
hate
and clumping.
Wait, so what you're saying is I'm smugly striding?
Yeah, used to it. It's heavy
You're
for you
clanking,
still, but
yeah.
you're strong enough to take it. But it's hard going. You make your way into a second room.
Shimmy. Sorry. We're in the second room.
Sorry, Ryan.
Sam shimmies.
Right, a second room. A very similar shape to the other room. A 80 feet diameter circle. But there are a few differences to this room. There are no pillars, clock faces around the wall. There is no large statues of this room, but there is a large metal chute. It's hanging about 50 feet above the floor that stems from one side with a slight decline going across the room. This thing is about 10 feet wide and wraps up like a 10 feet upwards as well. It is a large metal chute that starts from a hole in the wall on one side of the chamber and passes down and goes into another hole on the other side of the chamber. A few other things catch your attention. There is a ladder on the side of one of the walls that spans about 60 feet into the air. It's a very tall ladder, but it doesn't seem to go anywhere.
Cool.
Amazing.
Looking up with your passive perception, who had 12 passive perception? Theren, you notice it. You see, not swinging, and that's why it's difficult to spot, but in the darkness, about 10 feet out from the top of the ladder, about 60 feet into the air, is a large ring hanging from a metal chain. And again, the chain seems to latch onto the roof and go down via a pulley mechanism
Amazing.
onto the middle of this chute. And now that you see it, there is a huge stone barrier that has been almost inserted into the chute halfway, blocking the passage of whatever would be in this chute. So you can imagine just a large metal tube, like half a tube, so cut in
Cut in the
half,
middle.
and see it's open like a U shape.
Half pipe.
And half pipe, exactly. That's exactly a half pipe. And a large stone blocker has been put halfway.
Right, halfway through.
There seems to be a small chain spanning from it
To this
to the
room.
ring pole.
I have a question.
Just a couple more things.
Sorry.
No, just hold on.
No questions for me.
They're at the ground level, about 5 feet tall, just slightly shorter than the three of you, are little wooden doors. Once on a clock face, every way round. And about 70 feet towards the top of this chamber, looming down, are hideous, grotesque gargoyles with various expressions of anger and malice, all seemingly watching you, but made of stone and very still. Sorry, your question.
This ladder,
Yeah.
this ring, how far apart are they?
So the ladder goes up about 60 feet on the side of the passage.
Yep.
The ring itself is about 10 feet into the chamber from the top of the ladder. There's one other thing you would notice, and that there is another passageway across the chamber. And again, a familiar set of stairs that seems to go up and around.
Great.
What's going on in this room?
So you say 12 doors? Like in a...
Yeah. 12 doors. So ignoring 12 and 6, which is where these two large chambers are, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, these wooden U-shaped doors, effectively, like shut. Imagine sort of like a Hobbiton style,
Right. Okay.
you know, like a little entrance like that, like a letter N.
And they're in the walls.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. That.
Again,
All
I keep
shut.
thinking,
The wooden all
I keep
shut.
thinking you're in the middle of the room. Okay. So they're out of the
Yeah.
room. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Ignore that.
On the
Okay.
sides of this chamber.
And this chute
Yes.
above us, is it going 12 to 6 above us? Or?
It's going 12 to 6. Make a survival check to see if you can figure out,
Yeah,
because
figure
you've
it
spun
out.
up these stairs and there's been no windows
Oh,
coming up
that's
into this
true.
room.
Yeah. Don't know where we are.
Oh no, that's 3
It's
plus.
very difficult to know which direction you're facing in, but one side is definitely above the other.
Right.
Okay. But when we're if we are at 12,
Yeah. Let's say it's going from 12 to 6, it's coming towards you,
okay.
but we'll also say for the purposes of just keeping it a little bit honest, good question, doesn't matter. No, it's good, just to eliminate, I see where you're going with it,
Yeah,
but in this case, doesn't matter.
And how many gargoyles did you say there was? Or have we not? Oh, is it only
Make a perception check.
Isn't it? One for each door, isn't what you said?
12.
There's more than that. Looking across, you can see at least 25, 30 of these creatures all just sort of like peering over the edge. They're all statues. They do not move. They look eerily lifelike,
Cool.
but they are
Yeah.
still.
They're still for now. Oh, yeah. Cool.
It's not nice, is it?
Is this revenge?
No, I'd written this in before. It was a very good.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
We could just go up the next set of stairs, I guess.
It's an option.
Unless you want to try a random door. Let's see what's behind door number 1.
I have a feeling it'd be something nightmarish.
We could try pulling the chain.
We can't reach it.
Yeah.
Go up the ladder, jump 10 feet.
Can you jump 10 feet?
I mean, she might be strong enough to do it.
Yes.
With a running jump, you're pretty confident that all three of you, with your strength modifiers, could. But from a standing start on a ladder,
Oh, surely.
that's a different question.
It'd be tricky.
So the ladder's currently resting against a wall.
Yes, it looks like it's almost fixed to the wall.
Oh, okay. That goes
Yeah,
that.
built
Okay.
in. With the
That's the way
rungs
you go to
uncemented, yeah.
It strikes me that the only safe option is your ability to fly.
Yes. What do you think?
Yep.
To fly? Oh, that's no fun. I'll jump. It's fine.
Should we keep looking though? Upstairs.
I would assume.
Get a full picture.
Yeah. I would assume this pipe would connect to something downstairs.
I think you're probably right.
I
That
think
sounds
you're probably
good.
right. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Alright. Theren heads towards the next set of stairs.
Okay, you make your way across. Nothing in the room moves. There's no disturbance.
Great.
And you make your way upstairs again.
Yeah.
So, no? Anything else?
I was going to say, is there anything on the doors at all? There's not like.
Go up and investigate?
Sure. I
Yeah,
want
make an
before,
investigation
before I go upstairs, I want to see
You're
if it's
asking all
anything.
the good questions.
I'm not really. I was investigation, sorry.
Yes.
+1. Oh, a natural 20.
Natural 20. When you get to the wooden doors, there are no handles.
Okay.
They do not swing. It actually, as you get there, it looks like they're almost sort of wooden barriers that have been dropped into place, sealing whatever passageway there is. And actually you can see marks on the floor where these things have been lifted at some point.
Okay.
So with a natural 20, you would hazard
natural.
that these things could be lifted.
Right.
But looking around,
But there's
there
nothing.
is no mechanism that
Right,
you can
yeah.
see that would open this thing.
Sure. But it's not that. It's not like there's one that's like I don't know. There's one not. There's not one that has like flowers on it, and not one that has like pumpkins on it.
No, but the natural 20, no, they all appear to be
Natural.
very blank, featureless wooden doors.
Fine. Cool. So yes, there's no way to tell them apart.
No.
Cool. That's
You
fine.
can see like small metal bands have been sort of stitched up them to give them strength, and across little bolts have been put in, but they seem to be very secure, very tough wood, but nothing remarkable or different about them.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Then I'll just go up the stairs. So I just wanted to check that there's not one that says
Okay.
this door here. Yeah.
The three of you make your way up another 100 feet of stairs. It is
Good workout.
it's a long way, but you start to make your way up. And you make your way
Breathe through it. We'll be fine.
a third chamber. Again, another 60-foot chamber. This time, not as high as before, whereas in the last chamber the chute was about 50 feet off the floor. This time only 30. That seems to go from a hole in the wall up to a glass tank with huge metal chains has been bolted onto the ceiling that you now see, a beautifully ornate domed ceiling to this room. A huge glass container, about 60 feet in height and about 20 feet in diameter. Filled very immaculately, like in those sort of sand sculptures you get in tourist places, with a line of purple sand, a line of blue sand, and a line of yellow sand, but huge amounts of this stuff, the size of this glass tank, in the middle of the room, about 30 feet off the ground, being hung from the ceiling. Where the chute connects to the tank, you see a sort of metal door contraption that connects the chute to this glass chamber that is currently closed. And you see on it a purple gem on one side, a blue gem in the middle, and a yellow gem on the other side. In the room itself, there are another 3 doors. To your left, a purple door. In front of you, a blue door. And to the right of you, a yellow door.
Ooh.
What would you like to do? Oh, I love giving them something to think about.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Hates
I hate it.
You do play as a barbarian, so fair enough.
Yeah.
I play as a moron.
It's all down to you, Theren.
Yay!
And the doors, they're just wooden doors like downstairs. They're not-
Make an investigation check.
I'd also like to check that
Oh,
out.
19.
Yeah,
I mean-
make checks.
15.
Unless we're in combat, feel free to pitch in. Unless it's like really plot and story orientated, then go for it.
Can I have a look at the blue door?
Yeah, specifically the blue door.
No.
No. What's the highest roll?
19.
19. Blue, you think it looks beautiful. It is the best blue.
Not
The thing you notice about these wooden doors is they are more ornate than strong. The ones in the middle room were tough and almost like they'd been designed to withstand damage. These ones are beautifully ornate doors, painted wood. And again, there seems to be a crystal on the middle of each one. Now that you get up to it, again, a purple gem, a blue gem, and a yellow gem, and on their corresponding doors. As you look, it looks to be nothing more than glass. It doesn't look to be particularly expensive. Or if it was a real gem, this thing would be way too big for any gem that you've ever seen. But with that investigation check, there's a correspondence. The gems look identical to the ones on the lock of the tank itself.
And the order of the layer of sand is yellow, blue, purple.
So looking left to right, purple, blue, yellow, and the doors match up. So the tank, the sand in the tank matches with, as you stand in the entrance of this chamber, the corresponding doors.
Oh, so they're not layered then, they're just sort of...
No, think of, we're talking, the sand is literally towered on top of itself. So the purple strip a blue strip,
Oh,
and a yellow strip. So I'm
okay.
doing this for me.
Right.
For you, it would be purple, blue, yellow.
You're right, I
And
get
it
you,
seems to be
sorry.
immaculately lined, so there's no division in this tank. The sand seems to have just been poured perfectly into it.
Wow.
With 3 columns.
Okay.
We have 3 doors.
I know which one I'm voting to go through first.
It's not any better or worse an idea than I'm coming up with.
Aubrey, what do you think?
So downstairs, the one with the portcullis is purple,
Yep.
and that's currently closed off to us. Blue is the way we've come up, and then yellow is the way we came in. So I'm wondering if we just pull purple in, then the portcullis should go up.
Make a survival check, Aubrey.
That's right. That's an unnatural 20.
On natural 20, you would know just from a feeling that you had with the stairs and the height of this room, you actually don't think the doors on the floors match up perfectly. It's not quite like a clock per se. It's more. It just seems like wherever the doors have fallen based on the height of this room.
I see.
I like your thinking, but with a 20, I'll give you that.
That's very kind of you.
I like your thinking.
No, I will give you that.
I like to let the players think about stuff, but if there's something it's to do with my description, then I'm willing to.
Sure. No, that makes
Give
sense.
it a
Thank
go.
you. That's very kind.
We could look through the doors first, maybe, just to understand.
Can't hurt.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. Well, do you want to go through your favourite colour?
I would.
Let's do that then.
Should we do blue?
Yes.
Okay. As you get to the blue door, you notice as you approach it and get close to it, there is an inscription
Ooh.
Oh.
that just says, "Keep your eye on the wall." Theren, you have to translate it. It's written in Dwarven.
It says, keep your eye on the wall.
Pardon?
Keep your eye on the wall.
Keep your eye on the wall.
That's faintly ominous.
And blue, you're going first?
Wait, don't. Let me read the other ones. Let me see if there's any other
it fits
inscriptions.
into them. As soon as I say,
Okay.
you want to touch that?
Are you sure?
Okay. I go up to the yellow door. What does that say? Is there one?
There is no inscription.
Purple.
No inscription.
It feels like we should have gone for blue first.
No, correct that. The yellow one does have an inscription, sorry. That just says
My mistake.
false doors.
Just false doors.
Oh.
Mm.
Can I have a look at the walls?
Of the chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Keep your eye on the wall.
I'd also like to do that.
What's that? A perception.
Yeah, investigation.
Investigation.
If you're looking for like things on the walls, you can stand there and look if you want.
16.
16 investigation?
13.
13. Nothing particularly takes your fancy. They seem to be, again, beautifully carved stone, like a deliberate brickwork all the way round, but the door seems to be the central feature here.
And does the blue door, does it have like a handle or anything like that?
Yep, each one has a handle,
cool.
like a big metal knocker that you should be able to grab to open it.
I would like to look at the big metal knocker.
Yep.
See if it has any of the same hints of traps.
Investigation check.
Oh, any acidy slime.
20.
Oh.
No, there doesn't appear to be any traps on it.
Okay.
I grab the knocker
Okay.
and twist.
Crunk. The door swings open. It is black. Pitch black inside.
What can I see?
Nothing. It's almost like light stops as it hits the door.
That is not normal darkness. I can't see through it.
Keep your eye on the wall. When you throw one of your coppers in, you seem to be so good at wasting money.
You get bitter about the strangest thing.
I think she likes
That's
money. And being angry.
Greed is a sin. I look at the wall.
Yeah. Which wall?
I'm surrounded by walls, aren't I?
Yeah. It's a circular chamber.
Does someone want to stand back to back with me and
What?
you see if they can see
Well,
any of them?
hang on. Well, so it's pitch black, right? Well, just throw something in it, see if it lights up.
We're getting to the second part of my plan now.
Okay.
Does someone want to keep an eye on the other walls? And I'm going to throw a torch in there and see what happens.
Okay. I'll look opposite and I'll look at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you light a torch.
We're all back to back.
Mark it off.
And
Okay.
Nice effort.
Theren, let's go with the torch. And it's as the flames flick in the air and the arch as it goes into the door. There's a moment where it makes contact with the barrier of the dark, passes through it, and it's immediately gone. There's no light, nothing comes from it. You don't hear anything land.
so it just vanishes, or does it look like it disappears into something?
It disappears into something.
Is there a ripple in the...
No ripple, no, it's like it hits whatever the barrier is between the door and the room and just disappears as if light stops.
I draw back claw.
Yep.
Hold it out.
Yep.
And just put the edge into the dark.
You see the edge of the sword disappear into the darkness.
Withdraw it.
Sword still fine?
Sheath it.
Yeah, Fiona took a gasp.
And now put the very edge of my little finger into it.
Take that pinky finger away.
Goes in.
Back.
It's fine.
If all goes to plan, I'll see you in a minute.
Wait, hang on. Let's all go in then.
Remember the chairs?
Yeah.
Let's
We
go
can tie a
together.
rope.
Does seem to be the thing that we do.
We love tying each other up, don't we?
D&D and bondage.
Theren and Blue have no idea of the other point of that.
Right, yeah, plan. Tie ourselves together safely, and then go through the door together.
Safely.
Okay, we do this.
Easy
Safe
enough
word.
to do. Yeah, easy enough to do. You tie each other up.
Right. Ready?
Safe word is pineapple. What?
Sword and shield. Normal formation.
Okay,
Yeah.
got your pineapple.
TBA.
Through.
TBA.
Okay. You make your way through. There's you're expecting like a cold wash or some sort of feeling of transportation based on your experience with the chairs, with Carmian and the plane shifting, with various methods of transportation, even with the ships you've been on, like a lurch of movement of some kind, but there's not. It almost seems to the blackness appears in front of your eyes, and then you blink as you pass through it, and there is a corridor in front of you. You see about 50 feet straight ahead, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, a long stone corridor. Again, that same white stone is in all of the chambers before. You can see only about, you're a strong man, about 35 feet in front, about 15 feet away from the end of the wall, a flaming torch still spluttering on the ground from where you dropped it, lighting up the end of the room. Again, still lit in a sort of murky, dim light, but better now that you've got some light in the room. But otherwise, the room, the chamber seems featureless. There's no doors, there's no furniture, there's nothing blocking it. It just appears to be a blank
50-foot corridor.
50-foot corridor.
And it doesn't look like the colours have changed, like as if we were back in the Shadowfeld or anything like that.
Make an Arcana check.
22.
No. The Shadowfell, you remember having a certain sense of dread and cold, and you remember the colours leeching off you
Right.
and the darkness. This just appears to be a corridor in the same way. It's just there's some sort of barrier stopping the light from getting into this room, and you look backwards and you can see again that same black barrier.
Inky black.
Yeah, blocking. You can no longer see the room behind you.
I keep my eye on the walls.
Which wall?
Shall I go left? Do you guys go right? We keep an eye on each of the walls. Maybe there's the wall at the far end too. Keep an eye on the walls.
I'm the front. I'll keep my eyes forward.
Okay, I'll look to the left.
I'll take right.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
You advance. You make your way down slowly, carefully as you move into the corridor. 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet. You make your way right to the edge, and eventually, who's looking forward, Theren? You get to the point where you could touch the wall in front of you. You feel it appears to be a wall.
It's just a dead end.
Yeah, dead end. Total dead end.
Nothing.
Turn around. Do we see anything?
You turn around, and again, 50 feet of corridor, and then that black barrier disconnecting you from the room before.
Alright, we could try the other ones.
Yeah. Should we head back? Have a look at purple and yellow?
How high up is this place again? Is it like
10 foot?
10 feet? Yeah?
It's about, 10 feet wide, 10 feet high.
Okay. Nothing on the ceiling. It's all just like polished stone work.
Yeah, it all appears to be that very same stone worked corridor.
Lou, I'm just thinking. Remember that time you were trying to find a secret? Well, you found that secret door that me and Theren couldn't find.
Oh, yes.
Maybe you should do something.
I should try and identify the edge to see if it's a magic
Natural door.
object.
Perhaps.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a go.
It's worth a try.
Okay.
Well, we can keep guard whilst you look at it.
Yep, okay. So I take... How long is this one again?
Especially we don't know where that other guy went.
You want me to do it as a spell right now or as a, ritual?
Take your time, we're not in a rush.
11 minutes.
Okay, so you take the time, 11 minutes,
And I touch the wall.
in front of you.
If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties.
Okay. You cast a spell and touch the wall in front of you. Nothing.
Nope.
It was a good idea.
It was.
Yeah, good idea.
Oh, thank you.
Pride is a sin, Aubrey.
I proper belly laugh at that.
Okay, what would you like to do?
Let's head back.
Yeah, dead end.
Okay. You turn around and make your way out of the chamber.
Thank you.
As you hit the black boundary, again, there's a moment where the darkness becomes all encompassing as you get close to it, and then you blink and you're back in the central chamber. A large glass tank ahead of you.
Has anything changed in the room?
Make a perception check.
I'd also like to get in on that if I may.
Yeah?
18.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Woof.
No. Nothing appears to have changed. At all. You appear to be exactly where you are. You even down to the fact that you can see your dusty footprints.
Can we see anyone else's dusty footprints?
The natural 20? No. No other footprints in this room. It is totally undisturbed.
Well, we know we're back when we started. I think trying one of the other doors is perhaps the best idea.
I think so.
Door number 2.
Okay, which one do you want to try? So you just went in the blue one. Would you like to have a go at the yellow or the
Yep.
purple?
The yellow one.
Yellow.
Yellow.
The one that says false doors on it.
So you make your way.
Cool.
Written false doors.
Mm-hmm.
Do you open it?
Yeah, Theren's going to open it.
Okay. Crunk. Opens up. Again, the same black barrier.
Same testing procedure.
Yeah.
Okay. Torch.
No, don't touch
just-
this time.
okay,
Just
back
bag claw,
Yeah.
pinky finger,
Passes through. Fine, fine.
pinky finger.
Yeah, fine.
We're
you
still
come
tied up?
back. You
We've always
wanna
been
be
tied up.
You
Yeah.
tell me.
Then
Yes.
he walks.
Great. You just walk straight through, and again,
TBA.
you find yourself this time in a small circular chamber, about 25 feet in diameter. There are 3 chests in the room. You can see one straight ahead of you, one at about 4 o'clock in the room, and one at about 8 o'clock in the room.
Okay.
All 3 are yellow. There doesn't appear to be any other feature in this room. It just appears to be pure white stone walls, floor, ceiling, about 10 feet in height. That same ghostly, incorporeal, you can't identify where it's coming from, light that illuminates softly the room.
Ooh, treasure chests.
And there's nothing.
Wait.
Yeah, is it? And they're just yellow. There's not one not one like say in copper bands, not one in silver bands or anything like that.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm not getting close to
One
these
that's
things.
Not getting close?
There's a 10.
10? It's very difficult to see
Yeah,
from
from
this
this
distance.
distance,
Yeah, you
fine.
can't see any patterns or anything.
No, that's fine.
I want to try that check as well.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, no,
Are they made of
No.
stone or wood or
It looks like wood. It's difficult to tell without getting close.
yellow wood?
Is it actual yellow wood, or is it just the light that's making it look yellow?
Again, from
Can't
this
tell.
distance,
Can't
it's
tell.
very difficult.
Fine.
Treasure!
Wait.
Why? Treasure.
Because I once read a book wherein treasure chests weren't actual chests, and they were things with teeth.
I've read that same book.
Really?
I don't want to say that out
As
loud.
if I'd be so crass.
Is it?
You put bloody jelly cubes on us.
That is a D&D staple. Everyone else have
And
gelatinous
mimics
cubes.
aren't.
No, I think that's too tacky to imagine there'd be.
Yes, because these people clearly have taste.
And the walls, you said there's nothing on the walls, so it's all the same polished stone as well. It's like, there's no runes or anything like that in the carved stone.
From this distance.
From this
difficult to
one's
see.
fine, yeah, it's fine.
Right. Stay together just in case anything happens.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go and do them one at a time.
But we should all go together. We're
Yes.
tied by this rope.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I mean.
Okay. I thought you meant that
Still
we...
connected.
Yeah, I thought like me and Blue would stay here whilst you
No,
stupidly
God,
go.
no.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Let's open a chest.
Well, which chest should we open?
We'll go
So
to
you're
the
going
one.
into the room.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to go to the chest on the right.
Okay.
So the one at
4
4:00.
As soon as you walk into the room, the
Joy.
lights dim. All of a sudden, you stop in your tracks immediately, and there is an incorporeal voice that fills the room
Ooh.
in Dwarven. A very old accented Dwarven. The two of you don't understand this.
I translate as it's talking.
Welcome, traveller. What you seek is here, and the chest in front of you illuminates as if a spotlight lights it up. You see white light illuminate this yellow chest. What would give you wealth is in here, and the 4:00 chest lights up. The first one disappearing, just in a spotlight. And that which would give you power is here. Lights up. Chest 8. The lights dim again. You may take whatever you can and whatever you want. This chest, and it illuminates the one in front of you, is safe. These chests, 4 and 8 light up, are not. Choose well.
Ugh. Cool.
Right, that was suitably.
Thank you for translating.
Yeah,
The
thank
room
God.
lights up again.
Thank God someone speaks Dwarven.
Yeah.
Actually, do
Or is
I?
it just gone-
No, I don't.
No.
So, should we open the safe?
So, yeah, the safe, which is what we want.
No, but it's saying false doors on the way in. So surely this means that whatever we are coming into contact here with is lying to us.
Can we ask it questions?
Let me try. And I say in Dwarvish out loud, please repeat.
The lights dim. Welcome. And it says exactly the
Same
same thing.
thing.
The whole procedure.
Yeah, okay, it can understand us, it can hear what we're
Let's
saying.
back up.
What do we want to ask it?
Well, it's hard.
Well,
it's like that old puzzle, but in that puzzle you had two people and you knew one of them was telling the truth and one was lying. But it's not that.
It could be. Ask it another question. Ask it which one it would choose.
Ooh.
I have something I want to ask it first.
Yeah.
I'll ask that next.
Oh.
And in Dwarvish I say, how do you know what we need?
Ooh.
No response.
I feel if you asked my question first, it would respond, but never mind.
Fucking do it. In Dwarvish, what would you choose?
No response.
Theren literally goes.
Well, I'm
No,
glad I
the
checked.
room doesn't seem to respond to any of your questions.
Other than
It
repeating
just-
itself, yeah.
And as soon as you say anything in Dwarven that resembles what did you say, or you're not saying anything, it just repeats exactly the same 45-second ramble that you've just heard.
Well, at this point, I'm getting very sick of saying any sort of variation on what did you say. That was not in Dwarven.
It starts again.
For the love of...
No, it doesn't. You didn't say in Dwarven, so...
Can we go look around the chests? Like, is there anything... Yeah, I'm going to go up close. I'll go up close to the money chest.
Okay.
Not opening it, just want to look at it.
Okay. Make... so you're not touching it.
Not touching it.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
5.
You can tell from this close that it looks like painted wood. So it's
Okay.
not yellow wood per se. You can see where the paint has been immaculately applied to it. And it is a very finely wrought and decorated chest. But there's nothing else that grabs you. You can see there is, on the front of it, a sort of catch that has to be released. And then the thing can be tipped open.
Right.
But nothing else.
Cool.
Shall we
Go on, use your words.
Yeah.
said false doors?
Mm-hmm.
They're chests, they're not doors. Maybe it was referring to
something else, perhaps.
or downstairs where there are doors, which are a bit weird.
I'm wondering those doors downstairs are supposed to keep something in and then release them at some point because they're slightly heavier and bigger than the ones up here.
So if we get something wrong, release the hounds.
Or something happens downstairs where they all come in on us, perhaps. Almost like Colosseum style.
Yeah.
I say aloud.
Nice, okay.
Um,
You just want to be back in the arena, don't
I
you?
dream of it every moment.
Oh,
we can't go through
Yeah,
that
it's gonna be good.
now.
Theren is now just openly rubbing his temples.
Look, well,
I'm
it said.
game for opening the safe that we seek.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. To the contrary, I don't need money, even if you waste it.
I mean,
I don't need power.
What's power when you got friends? Sorry. Some of
So what are
those
you doing?
mushrooms.
I don't know.
As far as I'm concerned, money and what we need are the exact same thing.
Yep.
Right. We get what we need, we get out of here. Is
So-
anyone going to argue with me opening the chest that says need?
So 12 o'clock.
Should we remove our bondage just in case we need to leg it? Actually, if we need to leg it, you can just power us on through. Yeah.
Theren walks over.
Still tied together. Yep.
Opens 12 o'clock need chest.
Okay. Fantastic. So there's a click and you open up the chest. So the one that is what you need.
What we need.
I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Curse your inevitable betrayal, boys.
As the chest clicks and you immediately feel movement all around you as the ground starts to shift. Dexterity saving throw.
11. Don't know why I need to look. It's straight, so...
It's so straight.
We're all connected.
You watch as the ground around the chest where Theren is, with a force you weren't expecting, and smashes into the ceiling. And you see Theren you just about manage to pull yourself in. Unfortunately, you fail the check, but the armor and the shield are enough. But this, unfortunately,
Oh no!
is going to hurt.
It's what we need!
Well, is that what you're seeking?
Being crushed by inevitability. Well, we'll find out.
You take 50 bludgeoning damage as the ground thumps you into the ceiling, and there's a crunch as Theren gets squished in. The chest explodes, the wood just scattering the room, and the platform lowers itself. How's Theren doing?
What's the rule on instant death?
You need to have taken more than your maximum health as in negative, effectively.
Oh, okay.
So you should be fine. So 50 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm out cold.
Yeah. You see just the broken and bloody form of Theren just crumpled against the ceiling, but as now the floor lowers itself down. What would you like to do?
Go!
Oh! First level, 10 points health.
You only get a first level. There's a
Not
moment where
combat.
you wake up, you just hurt everywhere. Like you can feel broken ribs and like your shoulder click back in, and as the healing spasms through you, you still feel hurt and bruised, but you wake up and you're like, oh.
Well, that was unfortunate.
Has anything else
You
changed in
okay?
the room?
No.
Make a perception check.
Would you like another hit?
4.
Oh, no, it looks the same.
As long as we don't encounter literally anything else in the rest of our time here, I will be fine.
Another level 1.
Yeah.
10 points of health.
Hey!
Darren, amongst the debris around you, you can see a large yellow crystal
Ah.
that sort of is clearly was in the chest, but is now scattered and like amongst the debris, but you can pick it up easily
Great.
enough.
Before I do that, I'm just going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You can see Theren just the healing energy from Blue and himself
I
just
crumble
whirling around in a whirlwind. You can Aubrey, it's disgusting to see. There's a moment of pain in Theren as you can see bones setting and pulling himself back together. The armour is now crumpled from a massive impact, but is still strong and is very beautifully made, even with the impact. So you can see Theren testing it out instinctually, but it still has full movement.
Dude, guys, just for the future, I can cure wounds for days, so don't use your spells.
I know, but all I need to do is sit down for half an hour and I get that one back. I really think I've broken quite a few ribs here. Right,
I vomit in my mouth and stick it back up.
Gross.
I'm going to... I grab Bear Claw
Yep.
and just sort of like tip the
The
yellow
Yeah,
gem
just push
away.
it off. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when it's like a good 5 feet away from the chest, then I will pick it up.
You pick it up and it feels light and glass-like in your hand, but yeah, you have a yellow crystal.
Hooray!
Looks very much like a Chaos Emerald from Sonic, you know, like a real big
Yeah.
gem.
So it's what we seek, and it was safe. Do you think the other ones will be where they're not safe, or actually safe?
I don't know which one of you two wants to try the other
I
ones.
think we've got what we came for, so we don't need to be in this room any longer.
What will Blue do?
Takes his great sword.
Do it.
Yep.
At a distance, looks at the one with power, and just kind of tries to kind of jimmy it open with my great
Make
sword.
a sleight of hand check at distance. If you want to stay a good distance from it.
Sleight of hand, that is 24.
24.
I'm ready to pull Blue away.
Which one did you go to?
Power.
Power. So at 8 o'clock.
Power. Oh, that's interesting. What does that tell us about Blue, eh?
You are chaotic evil. We knew it.
Yeah.
All this time, the face of the
Blue
group.
as always.
I am chaotic. Yep. No, I'm not. Neutral good.
Yeah, I know you are. It works fine.
Yeah, we've got a chaotic good, a neutral good, and a lawful good.
Yeah, we're all good.
We're
all good.
For now.
Sorry, looking for something. See, my folder is so battered and broken now. that
All
it's
the
like-
different chests.
I don't hear the gathering of dice, so I'm happy at this point.
Right
Yeah.
At this point.
No, David's
this
already gone down.
Alright, I seem to have lost the card for it, but let me just get.
I think nothing happens.
Is it a staff of woodland power? I would like
Why
one
did I
of
give you
those.
that?
It's a cube of force.
This game which has had no druids in it up to this point.
Yes! It's like, I do archery and greatsword, and now I control the animals around me.
Yeah, maybe
Okay,
finish
so
saying one thing.
You see a dark blue rhomboid, like a small crystal, inside the chest as you sort of lean into it, beautifully ornate. But that's the only thing in this large chest.
Pick up the rhomboid.
Pick it up.
Power!
What I would like to do now...
Theren at this point is feeling very grumpy
Let's-
about it.
Let's not be greedy.
I am fucking... I'm fucking sick of this journey now.
You're right, man.
No, I am not.
No?
And I am going to hit the other chest with Eldritch Blast.
Make an attack roll.
Get it out of the system, man.
Platinum
2
pieces
beams, I'm
go.
assuming. I'm assuming 2 beams.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Go for it.
First one's a natural 20.
Alright, for the sake of brevity, you blow this chest to bits, the wood scattering into the back roll. Can you roll percentile there?
Oh no! Bits of platinum just break.
And so
Do you want
continues
here?
Theron's
I've done it.
relationship with money.
It's so true.
73.
It's like the crystal maze
Stop
when they're trying to
smiling.
grab stuff, you know, nothing.
I've done that. It's actually quite fun.
It is fun.
Okay.
I think.
So, the chest blasts open in a scattering of wood. You see whatever the contents of this chest were are just blasted against the back of the wall. Bang! The wood like shrapnel rising around, and you see gems hit the floor. 6 of them, but there's a crash. There's 2 of them thunk and break against the wall, but you can see what are still complete 4
He's crossed out.
fairly expensive looking emeralds.
Wow.
These things are fairly large and powerful. 2 of them are just like the force of the impact must have hit some sort of weakness or structural fault in the gem itself, and they just disintegrate. They crumble against the wall, unfortunately. But 2, 4 of them remain.
Feel better?
No.
Oh, good.
I mean, well, a little bit actually.
Oh,
That was quite
man.
satisfying.
Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Don't be.
I think
Yeah,
it's
that
fucking
was
hilarious.
hilarious.
I
He
can't.
just got to destroy something expensive. He feels good about his life.
Well,
It's like when you
yeah,
just see a
rooms,
priceless
yeah. I can see
mint
that.
vase and just fucking...
Yeah.
I can see that.
Do you want to destroy another one?
No, he
No.
doesn't want to do an Aubrey. Apparently, you know, too much violence is really bad for you.
Sensitive.
Okay.
Okay.
It's good cardio as
So,
well.
what would you like to do?
Right, I think we're done in here. You got that? We got one of the things.
Yes.
That's the
So
thing.
then, presumably we need to find another. In the long corridor, there must be a blue gem.
Yes, there's going to be a blue gem in the wall somewhere.
Should we go look for it?
Yes.
Let's do it.
So you leave the room?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So as you hit Theren, you're the one that notices this, as you hit the darkness of the room and enter into that central room, there's a humming and a warmth from the gem that you're holding at the time. And as soon as it hits through the black barrier into the wall, it almost seems to glow intensely brightly, and the material substance of the gem just disperses into dust and smoke and nothingness. And you see as if like someone had blown a pipe of smoke. It wafts into the room, swirling, until eventually speed gathers it and gathers it and gathers it, and you see it catch the gem, blocking the grate of this large glass structure, and it illuminates one of the gems, now glowing brightly against the gloom.
Okay.
Right, that's 1 out of 3. Let's go
It's
back.
crystal maze, essentially.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's go back into the blue
blue.
corridor.
Okay. You make your way back into the blue corridor. Again, the same sight sees you. You enter through the darkness, and you have a 50-foot corridor. 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall.
Alright, someone take the roof,
Okay.
someone take the left, someone take the right.
I'll take left.
Alright, I'll take the roof.
Alright, I'll take right.
Okay.
Hang on. You know the last one said keep your eye on the wall. No, the last one said the
False
safe.
doors.
Yeah. Maybe if we don't keep our eyes on the walls.
You shut our eyes.
That sounds really bad, doesn't
It sounds like walking into a trap.
it? It does. Never mind. Let's do it.
I would like to look along the walls for anything slightly resembling what Valdra would sort of manipulate.
Okay.
Secret door. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sort of a dwarven passage of some kind.
Yeah,
You
'cause
can either
we're-
make a perception or an investigation check.
Then I will
Get
take
close.
investigation.
Do
I'm
it.
better at those.
Yeah.
This is only roll
Investigation,
for
if
one.
you get close to something, investigation DCs tend to be a bit lower than perception DCs because perception is a far skill.
15.
15. You make your way up and down the walls of this room. There's nothing that you can particularly see. No catch, no mechanism that you can find.
Right.
Some random buzzing.
I've got nothing. Anyone else?
Only hint the three of you have so far is keep your eye on the wall. Written on the door as you came in.
What other thing could be an eye?
Has the audience got it yet?
Unlikely.
Shove my eye up, no, I did.
What would you like to do?
I don't want to touch my eye to the wall. That would be gross. Keep your eye on the wall. To the wall. On the wall.
On the wall.
On the wall.
Keep your eye on the wall.
You once said that the emerald in Bearclaw seemed almost like an eye.
Yes.
I would like to place the emerald in the hilt against the wall.
Okay. Bearclaw comes out and you can see there's an immaculate emerald sort of in the pommel of Bearclaw. You put it out and touch it against the edge of the wall very delicately. Nothing happens.
It doesn't seem to work.
The two of you, with your passive perceptions, however, as Theren is again just like, I hate this place, like sheathes Bearclaw again, you notice on the pommel of Bearclaw, the emerald, there's almost a moment where there's sort of light, there's always been a sort of incorporeal light coming from Bearclaw. There's a flicker, almost like the shutting of an eye, closing of an opening. But then it's sheathed again and gone.
Your sword is badass.
It's incredibly useful, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't think it's a word puzzle? Keep your eye on the wall, and we have to like mix eye and wall together.
Well, it's one of those cryptic things.
Yeah, I'm not very good at those.
Sorry.
Cryptic things.
Cryptic. I'm not very good at those.
No, I'm really bad at
Right,
those.
well, why don't we bear it in mind and...
Try the purple?
Yes, as opposed to wasting time here.
Yep.
Okay. So, Slytherin?
It's going to be something really obvious.
Definitely
and I
not
hate it.
Googling it. No.
Oh man.
Cheeky.
No,
So you like to be Slytherin?
for now.
Yeah,
Okay.
just go
Yeah, I
purple.
can't
You make your way back out of the room. And again into that central corridor. Or central room, I should say. What would you like to do? Go to the... So the last one is
I
the
guess
purple.
purple room, yeah.
If no one minds, I wouldn't mind sitting down for half an hour.
I mean, sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Shall I bubble up?
I don't know if that's complete.
Well-
I need to rest for a minute. I think I still have a cracked rib or two, which I would quite like to be.
Sure.
I also think that even if we did do the bubble or not, that other person, if he's still here, then it'll just attack us anyway.
In the 10 minutes it takes me to make the bubble.
You never know. You're vulnerable. He's vulnerable. I'm not vulnerable.
Okay. It's short rest, but be aware.
Exactly.
That's half an hour. It'll be alright.
Is it half an hour?
I thought it was an hour.
An hour for a short rest.
Then an hour it is.
Okay.
I'll
Aye.
bubble up.
So the bubble.
After 10 minutes.
You spend 10 minutes in the bubble, and then it eventually appears, and you spend an hour resting. We'll make perception checks as you rest.
3.
18.
That's a 5 you got on that dice.
Thank you.
Okay, fine. There is a moment where you think you hear something flick your head over, but there's nothing there. It's just the silence is almost like makes you twitchy, and you're pretty convinced you didn't hear anything. You can take a short rest.
You get an extra d6, guys.
6.
That's a good d6 for Theren there.
Not bad, yeah. 12 plus 14.
I think
So,
that's just what I
The
need.
short rest disappears without any real bother, effectively. You make your way through. What were you on before, Aubrey?
Hang on, sorry. I was on 24.
Oh,
I've
wow,
rolled
you were
15.
pretty low.
I was pretty low. I'm okay now. I'm better.
Okay.
It's because I didn't have that short rest, or the long rest before I lost hit dice and stuff, so I rested up. So I was only on 48.
Fair play. So,
Yeah.
you're all feeling a bit tired now. You've been underground and against it for some time, and it's beginning to catch up with you, but you gather your strength as best you can and soldier on. What would you like to do? Purple door?
Bubbled up.
Let's do it.
Bubble door.
Okay.
Bubble door.
Same
Bubble
thing.
door.
Bubble door.
Door opens, and that familiar darkness, separating the room from the corridor.
Thanks. But I'm alright.
Same does. I do pinky this time.
Goes through, no issue.
Comes back with
You
no
realise
pinky.
that you're a musician.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I was doing my little thing there. I don't need it.
I go through the door.
Don't.
I pull the rope with me.
Okay, so you enter into a longer corridor this time in a similar way, a 10-foot wide, 10-foot long.
Corridors will be our downfall.
But this corridor is about 120 feet long. At the end, about 10 feet from the wall, on a pedestal, is a purple large gem. Behind it is a large creature. You can see almost like a reptile, but with a large, armoured, smooth head that drifts it back, a large carapace. It disappears down into large jaws. You can see huge clawed legs, almost like a mole, but 9 feet tall and about 15 feet long. 2 tiny eyes. You can see a burrowing creature. And jaws as it rests there. Clocks the 3 of you coming in, but doesn't move. Make a nature check for me,
Everyone?
everyone.
Ooh.
12, 10.
Less than that.
17.
Oh! It's almost shark-like without fins. It has that predatory mechanism, and you can see this thing is very powerfully built and built to dig. You can see large claws and large... Everything is streamlined. It's almost hit dirt and disappear into it.
Right.
But you see another sight as well. On top of this creature, mounting it like a horse or any other
a
sort of-
jockey.
like a jockey, yeah, effectively, is a humanoid figure. You can see made of stone, elemental in nature, but much thinner, much more slight. A sort of almost half-elf build, elven build, but made of solid stone. Featureless face, but a mouth. Arms. You can see a large spear, about 10 feet long in one hand, resting on the back. Very still looking. You can see its head clock the 3 of you. It sort of watches you and nods. And in Dwarven, greetings.
In Dwarven, I reply, we mean no harm.
And neither do I.
Sorry, I'm just talking to
I
it.
gather you're talking, yeah. What does it want?
What's the deal? I presume if we go for it, he's gonna go for us.
Ooh, maybe he does a riddle.
Well, yeah, let's use
Do you have a riddle, Theren?
What gets wetter the more it dries.
let's use diplomacy.
I say to the humanoid, my friends and I need what is at the end of this corridor, but we do not wish to fight you.
He nods. Unfortunately, I am bound to protect this crystal.
Why?
Just stares at you.
Who has compelled you to protect this thing?
My creator.
Which is whom?
Nothing.
He's compelled by his creator to protect what's at the end of this corridor.
Makes sense.
What would it take for us to take this crystal from you?
It sort of thinks for a second. You can defeat me and destroy me and return me to the earth. Or you can leave this chamber before I kill you.
It's saying we have the choice of defeating it or we can leave.
Sounds like a no-brainer to me.
There's got to be another way.
There's 3 of us and only 2 of them.
I think it's very much like those robot people.
Oh, back in the castle.
Yeah, maybe out of stone, but by the sounds of things, what you've said, he's not really.
The only thing I'd say is that creature he's on looks very good at digging. He might be able to. We're huddled and stage whispering at this point, by the way.
Yeah. It's fine. It doesn't make any
difference.
attempt to approach you. It is 120 feet away. It's got a booming voice that fills the corridor, but it's not close or aggressive in any way. The creature it sat on is just sort of passively watching. Every now and then you see a sort of flicker of a blink.
I've got a new spell, which could potentially do with this in a non-combattal format.
Okay.
How would that work?
Yeah.
You don't speak Dwarven.
No. But what I do, I bring out these two kind of vials which have kind of like liquid at the bottom. One kind of a bright purple, one is a bright green. And I'm like, I shake these mothers up, just do a bit of a dance, and it just hypnotises the heck out of whatever's in an area that I choose in front of me.
I understand. It's an alright plan,
I like that idea.
but if it doesn't work, I presume whatever that is will know that you've just attempted to bewitch it in some way.
Yep.
Well, here's a thought, alright? We attack them, someone grabs the stone, as soon as someone grabs it, we just leg it towards the exit. We don't try and finish it off.
But if it buries underneath, then...
Blocks our entrance.
Yep.
That thing is big.
It is big.
Getting past it is going to be difficult, if not nigh impossible.
The thing about my pattern thing is, if you guys see it, I think you might also get dazzled.
There might be... there must be
A nuclear option.
there must be another way of doing this.
What about...
Hold on. I turn to the thing and I say,
Use this spell.
in Dwarven,
You're going to have that at some point.
do you have a name?
No.
No one has ever given you a name.
I have no need for a name.
Have you seen outside this place?
No.
Would you like to?
Just no response.
He's not meeting me halfway, so to speak.
Sounds like he just doesn't care about what you have to offer him.
He has to protect it, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Can we just tell him to protect it as we take it out of the room?
I think his orders were specifically not to get it removed from this place.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Your job is to protect this item, correct?
That is correct.
From its current location, or just protect it as it simply exists?
If the crystal is moved from its pedestal, I am compelled to kill whoever moved it.
Is it a goer?
It was a good idea. No, that's not on the go.
Worth a shot. Right.
Man, I don't have anything.
Barbarians, man.
I have a bag of
Just
cow
stand
chops.
in the way. Just
I've got a bag of barbarians. I've got a grappling hook. So maybe we could throw it, pull it towards us. It's very far away from us, so.
Would you accept a trade?
No.
Shall I try dazzling this fecker? And then if it doesn't
You know
go
what?
We
well,
need to get closer to it, I think.
I won't have to.
I
So we
think,
just stand behind you then?
unless you have another option,
I mean, I need to get close to hit things.
and I can hit it if it's approached.
Well, actually, no, I can hit something at 120 feet.
Oh, so can I with this thing.
Yeah. I'll stand behind you, boys. You got this.
Blue, I will stand in front of you and just not look.
No, so I'm going to set it so that you can get to the crystal, and the thing is behind the crystal.
Yeah, it's just behind the pedestal.
I'm going to set this thing off to blind it, but as long as you don't go into the area of space behind it, you'll be fine, I think.
Hang on.
It's got an area of effect.
It's set, so according to you, it just said whoever removes it from the pedestal. Why don't we go up to the pedestal? Create your bubble. Take the crystal and go in.
And then the bubble disappears after 8 hours.
But we can attack it from the outside.
You mean hit it from the inside of the bubble like we did the giants?
Yeah.
I think it'd probably start attacking us.
That's a good point. We never discussed whether your bubble goes all the way around.
It would take me...
That's the thing. Can it go up into it?
I get the feeling there's this magical medium called Twitter in which Jeremy Crawford confirms that it does have a flaw.
It is a sphere, yes. It is
It's actually a hemisphere.
Is it?
But it is... he did confirm it has a flaw, otherwise you would never be able to do it on, like, altered surfaces or something.
Oh, there you go.
But
Okay.
Don't
don't get...
I was going to say, I'm glad someone else is looking at
It's
it.
a subgenre in itself.
Oh, we've got a WhatsApp
What would
feed
you like
that
to do,
just
guys?
goes on and on.
I think that's our best option. Let's do that.
What with the bubble?
Yes.
I'm going to walk up really close.
Well, we'll all
I
go
will
together.
walk up first.
Alright.
Oh.
How close would you like to get?
This is your idea, man.
No, it's my idea.
No, it's your idea. I want to use my new spell.
You can totally use your new spell. I'm just thinking, like, we could use the sphere and not get hit. I'm wondering if that would help.
1 to 10 use the sphere, 11 to 20 Sam's nuclear option.
Cool.
Sphere.
Sphere.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay, right, let me just work out the tiny hut. I think it's 10-foot radius. Yep. So I go and walk up within...
Very slowly. Theren
Yeah.
also walks up in front, shield out, sword out, ready.
Okay, how close do you want to get?
5 feet of the thing.
Of the crystal.
Crystal.
Okay. So,
Such a
you
bad idea, I'm sorry.
move yourself closer and closer and
We all go
closer.
together.
You can see the creature is quite tall. Sat on the back of this creature. There's no reaction. They just simply watches you, both of them. The large, skulled stone head of this creature and the smaller, slighter elemental that looks down upon you. As you get closer and closer and closer. Until you get 5 feet. Doesn't seem to have reacted.
Shall I do a 1-minute version or the 11-minute version?
It strikes me that we have time.
Okay. Let's start the 11-minute ritual to create the tiny hut.
I don't know if this is going to work.
While Blue is doing the Macarena,
So sorry.
We'll find out. It might not work.
Theren is going to say this is our last option to try the diplomatic route.
You can do that. I don't think it has any free will. It's right from what your translated conversations were.
Blue, you can cast an illusion, can't you?
Not anymore. I've got fairy fire instead.
Never mind.
Hey, this could work.
Spell that ruins everything.
You didn't have to take it.
Okay.
We'll find out.
The dome envelops the pedestal and the crystal, which is now in there, with you in the dome. The creature has not moved, is now on the edge of the dome, still watching down on you.
You've done your bit.
Well, I have to keep this thing up.
Let me do it.
Doesn't require concentration.
Sure.
Yeah.
It doesn't require concentration, but if you ever leave the dome,
We're fucked.
then the dome disappears.
That is true. And it burrows.
I understand.
This thing is going to come at... Wait. This thing is going to come at us the minute that is removed.
I know.
It is now... Hold on. Can it hear us outside the dome?
I think so.
In Dwarven, I say... Will you come for the person who took the gem or the person who holds the gem?
The person who holds the gem.
How far can you throw?
Oh, pretty far, but I can also run very far. You saw me on that bridge.
Or we can fly.
But only one of us can fly.
Right.
And also, I don't think you can do that inside the dome. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know why I'm saying these things out loud.
How you can throw? Can you throw at least 40 feet, maybe?
Probably. But I can run at least 80 feet.
Yes, but I'm just meaning that it's only going to come after who's holding the gem.
Yeah.
There are 3 of us. Meaning.
Now that I should just say, sorry. Now that you're by the pedestal, you can see the gem is resting on like a sort of pillow, effectively, like on the top of this pedestal. But there is a small amount of string, very delicate, but very finely tied, so that the gem is sort of held in place. It doesn't look very strong at all. It looks more like tweed or like real like string, straw string. But you get the feeling to remove this thing from the pedestal, it might take an action.
Yeah, that makes that's fine.
To be able to spin out.
Fine.
So just saying, in that first round, you might not be able to dash.
That's fine. Good to know. Good to know.
I would like to see if there is a chance of removing the gem without tripping this string.
What would you like to do?
I would just like to examine or investigate.
Well, how would you go about doing that? At the minute, you've got a pedestal and on top of the pillar, effectively tied in twine. Are you trying to remove the twine? Are you trying to lift the whole pedestal? What are you trying to do?
I want to see if there might be a way of removing the twine without it. You know, if I can almost replace it with a counterweight.
I've got a shiny stone.
I see. Okay, so
I'm going a bit Raiders of the Lost Ark on this.
Yeah, that's why I was
thinking. Hand check if you want to try and move the twine.
I don't want to actually try and do it now. I just want to see if it would be feasible.
Yeah, it would be feasible. You could, in theory, move the string. Very welcome to.
In theory, it could be done.
It's 100% possible.
Cool. You guys ready?
Well, there's the thing. My other idea might be that simply we separate, and it can only go after the person who has it, and we just throw it down to the end, and the person who is closest to the gateway runs through. If it's bound to 1 minute.
This is so many legalities.
I don't know what to call you. I say in Dwarven.
It doesn't have an A.
It doesn't respond.
If the gem leaves this place, what would happen to everyone left in this corridor?
I kill until the gem is returned.
Right,
it's not worth it.
Okay, that plan's out. Shit. I thought I was on
Let's just... I'll take it. I'll run. Just follow me.
Blue, any objections?
No.
Alright.
And if it gets close, nuclear option.
Yeah.
It's already close. Alright.
It's like 10 feet from you right now.
I
look up and go, just so you know, no hard feelings about how this turns out. I know this isn't your choice. It's just like a robotic thing you gotta do.
I don't think it can understand you.
I know, but it makes me feel
Would you like
good.
me to translate that?
No. Yes. He translates it.
Yeah.
In Theren's going, I apologise for what is to come.
So do I.
Well, he's very cordial. I miss that.
Right. What's the plan then?
So,
Who's going first?
well, let's make sure we're all untied.
16, 20,
So you
35.
untie yourself.
Untied. I am going to, again, waiting for these guys to be ready, but I will take the stone from the thing and then... My action is to take the stone and then run.
How fast can you usually run in 6 seconds?
40 feet.
Okay, I start 10 feet right on the edge of the back of the thing because I can only do 30.
Yeah, no.
So will Theren.
Okay, so the two of you are on the edge of the bubble, and Aubrey is going to run. I would like everybody to roll initiative for me, please.
Yep.
Jeez, this is gonna go so bad.
That's quite impressive.
That is amazing. We both got 2. But
good.
I'm going to use lucky.
Using lucky. Alright, mark it down.
I have not even bet. That's 8.
Right. Okay.
It's alright, we've got it.
Okay, so, Aubrey.
8 total.
8 for Aubrey. Blue.
16.
16. And Theren?
Dos.
2. Theren. So. Aubrey.
Correct. Me.
You pick up the stone. And you go to run.
Yep.
It moves much faster than you expect. With a flourish, the creature on the back of this large thing kicks off, and you can see him jump over the top of the dome with like an athletic sort of, and lands hero style on the other edge of the dome with his spear, holding it, just sort of standing and waiting.
Nice.
And it looks like he is going to hold his action for something.
Oh god.
Um,
What could that be?
Blue. You see, Aubrey is picked up, and Blue is Aubrey has started to run at this point. It is part of the predetermined mechanism. So Aubrey is starting to run, and this thing is now jumping over the top. What would you like to do?
Nuclear option?
We're in the bubble still.
What are you doing? Quickly.
Okay, oh wait.
You're in the bubble.
Oh wait, listen to these guys, we're in the bubble. What's the plan
You
now?
can't talk. This is
Yep.
in
That's me,
combat
that's me.
action. Yeah, so you're doing that for your action. Okay.
What's the plan now?
So the bullet. You can see it jump just towards the bubble, and it smashes against it. You can feel the arcane force of the bubble ripple as it absorbs the blow, as it sort of pulls its head back, shaking slightly. It reassesses the situation and digs underneath, ripping the stone floor as its powerful legs just push it down, and kicks down, and you see it just with a puff of dirt 40 feet down the corridor break up from the ground, turning in the corridor and now facing you.
Okay, looks like running isn't an option.
And that is
So
what
we're
we're going to leave it
it.
for today.
I just...
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I like the plan, but
I forgot they could move.
at short range, it was difficult. Difficult. I liked your idea of throwing it. That was quite clever, but you were going to leave someone behind. I thought maybe you'd leave one person there and chuck it, or there's no correct way of doing it. It's just, I wanted to see what you come up with. Dimension Door, useful spell if you had it, but there you go. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will come back to this and see how the party deal with the bullet.
I feel we have a long WhatsApp conversation about time.
Thank you very much, everyone. See you later.